All right, I know exactly which conversations and arguments could come out of this, but here's why I think the Camaro could come back. For starters, this is just a theory. This is like a little bonus reason, but it was recently announced that Michael Bay is returning for another live-action Transformers film. And if you know anything, that includes this Holy Grail. When the first Transformers movie was in production, they used a concept 5th gen Camaro, which would later then turn into the return of the Camaro that we know now, and eventually led up to the 6th gen. So what does that mean? They could do the same exact thing, but with the 7th gen Camaro, meaning the return of the Camaro as a whole. And that's kind of like an additional bonus reason, so take that with a grain of salt. Number one, for starters, you probably already heard about this, but GM, who makes cars for Buick, Chevy, GMC, and Cadillac, invested nearly $1 billion in the production of the V8 engine. I'm not going to dive too far into it. You can look into it, but that very well could include the return of the Camaro. Oh, wisdom, yeah, the Camaro could totally come back, but what if they make it an EV? Well, if you know anything about V8s turning into EV,
Dodge.
you know it doesn't work. Now, I know it could be a very progressive and maybe even exciting for some people step into the future. When Dodge did that, it didn't go so well for them. They hardly sold any units, and they discontinued their EV after just a year. Now, you could say the same thing about Ford. I know they're doing kind of decent with their Mustang Mach-E. I'm not, as a whole, really excited about the fact that they named it a Mustang instead of just naming it a whole new vehicle entirely. I hear it's doing pretty decent, but it's still not really exciting for the car industry. Which, with all that being said, kind of falls right back on the whole argument about GM investing about $1 billion for V8 production and them not so worried about making EV vehicles at the time. So, again, you could take that with a grain of salt, too. For reason number 3, this is my last reason. If you've heard any theories or rumors about the Corvette stepping away and becoming their own brand, kind of like Genesis stepping away from Hyundai and becoming their own dealer, that would mean right now Chevy would have no face to their brand, or I guess you could say sports car or whatever. Now, I don't know about you, but I think that would give Chevy the perfect excuse to bring back the Camaro and put all the money they have into that car and make it the most insane beast. And plus, they would have their competition against the Mustang again.